let's talk about Deommodore Lenoir. He surprisingly entered the starting lineup against
Yeah.
the Broncos week 3, which was strange because I thought Sam Womack, I mean, he hadn't given up any big plays. So, what do you think of this decision? I actually have some things to say about it, but I want to hear what you say first.
Yeah, Deommodore Lenoir played fine out there. He played fine. And look, this is why, like, if they ever get any major injuries on defense, on the defensive side of the ball, I think they're going to be fine. Look, Aziz left out there. What's his name? D'Amico Flanagan? Flanagan Fowles.
Demetrius Flanagan Fowles.
Demetrius. Flanagan Fowles stepped
Demetrius.
in there and played well. You had to switch to the nickel corners, played well, didn't really skip a beat, so they can overcome it. And he played well. But I think what I kind of speculated upon in the article I wrote yesterday was I think Womack might have had some poor practice habits, maybe dropped off, because as soon as you can have one bad practice or even two, 1.5, doesn't matter. Kyle will pick up on that. Maybe he picked on him in a game, in a practice session, and he didn't play great at all or do well, and just, I don't know, maybe his body language is bad. And that's enough for Kyle to be like, you're out of there, put Deommodore in, because Deommodore has a lot to work for right now because he doesn't want to be on the sideline. He wants to be a starter. I think that's something to do with, because other than that, I was like, Womack didn't stand out in a bad way, which usually means if you're not standing out in a bad way as an offensive line or even a corner, it means you're doing something right.
Yeah, I don't understand this decision. I think it's a mistake. Lenoir's okay. I thought Womack was better in coverage. And the thing with Lenoir is he'll be playing well, but he commits penalties. I don't know if you remember, but late in the game, we're talking third quarter when the defense is starting to get tired. It was 3rd and 3. He had a defensive holding penalty. And like so far, he hasn't played that much, but he has 5 penalties in his career, and he doesn't even play that much. So I feel like when the defense gets tired, you know who they're going to go after. Lenoir with Cup. And he's going to give up big plays, and he's going to commit penalties, and I don't understand why they went back to him. I like Womack a lot. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I think this is a mistake, and I think it's going to burn him this week. Sorry, Deommodore, but it's not even your fault, man. You got a huge test coming up this week. I don't know. He's a penalty waiting to happen, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't get it, Kyle.
Yeah, and at least with Womack, you have a proven guy who can commit turnovers or even be there and make a play on the ball. And that's something that's always lacking. Not too many corners have that, or secondary players have that ability. They just have that good, sticky coverage is the more common trait than actually knowing what to do when the ball's in the air or committed turnover. So I think you get that point. So that's why that's what I would rather run him out there. But I think with Cup, there's, D'Amico's going to be smart enough. He's going to bracket him. He's going to bracket Cup and the way they're going to use him. But yeah, Womack, he was running so high. Why would you pull the plug so easily? But this is the same thing with Kyle, where it's just it's younger players in general, but especially rookies, where his tolerance is just like, you know what? It's a very short patience with a guy. That's what I'm saying. If it could be just a couple of bad plays or one bad practice, it's enough for him to be like, all right, let's see someone else gets in there. And it's like, dude, wait, hold on, man. Let's get a sample size here going and figure it out.
Let him develop. What's crazy to me is so I don't know what Womack did. Maybe it was something to practice or he missed a curfew. Who knows what it was? We'll never find out. But we know Lenoir committed that penalty on 3rd and 3 that gave up the automatic first down. We know he's committed 5 penalties. Like at a certain point, isn't that more important? Practice habits are important, but what about game habits? What about undisciplined play during games that cost the whole team? Penalties? I don't know. So I'm looking for that because when the defense melts down, it's late and it's with penalties and if I'm Sean McVay and the game's close, I'm going to freaking Lenoir every single time. And if they double, then I'm going to get some one-on-ones with who is their number 2 receiver? Skoranek?
Honestly,
Higbee?
Yeah, it's probably him because Allen Robinson, look, I think you can man coverage Allen Robinson with Fred Warner and he'll be fine because he just cannot move, man. I'm telling you, go watch the game.
I've been saying that, man.
Just speed through. I think
that.
it was the first drive. The Rams were forced to kick a field goal. They went back-to-back throws to Robinson. He drops the ball so badly on the first one. The second one, he couldn't shake his defender to save his life. It looked like he was running in quicksand. I'm like, this guy is washed. Now, don't say it was Justin Fields' fault last year. This guy, I don't even, man, I feel bad because he wasted all his prime years in Chicago, and now he's on a decent one. He can't even get it together.
He's been washed.
He's not.
His prime was in Jacksonville. He's been washed. I remember the Niners play, was it 2018? They played Mitch Trubisky at home, and I think they lost. Anyway, Yeah. Freaking, he played in that game, got roasted.
It's just Cooper Kupp. Just put whoever you got on Robinson. Put everyone else on the island because they're not the only way they're getting open so many times is through brilliant play designs of Sean McVay. Brilliant.
Them losing Odell Beckham Jr. hurt because that's the guy that kept converting third downs for the Rams against the Niners.
Odell coming off an ACL right now would be better than Allen Robinson. I would do that in a heartbeat.